Good morning, grade 3. Our lesson today, lesson 86. Today, we are going to brackets counting by fractions up to 1 whole and then back down to 0. I will give an example. First, draw number line. Divided this number line into 4 equal parts. This part is force and this part is 2 forces, 3 forces, 4 forces. When we counting by fractions up to 1 whole, we start from 0. Count 0 force, 1 force, 2 forces, 3 forces, 4 forces. Another example. Draw number line divided into 6 equal parts. We start 0, 6, 1 sixes, 2 sixes, 3 sixes, 4 sixes, 5 sixes, and 6 sixes. When we count this fraction from 0 to 1, 0, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6s, 3 6s, 4 6s, 5 6s, 6 6s. When we counted by fractions, back down to 0. So we start from 1. 6 sixes, 5 sixes, 4 sixes, 3 sixes, 2 sixes, 1 sixes, 0 sixes. Okay? If I was going to count by halves, I could say 0 halves and 1 half and 2 halves. Another example. This number line, if we divide it into 3 equal parts, write 0 third, 1 third, 2 thirds, 3 thirds. I was going to count by third. I could say 0 third, 1 third, 2 thirds, 3 thirds. Today, our learning goal is to brackets writing and reading of proper fraction or fractions that have a numerator less than the denominator. I wonder what do you call a fraction? First, this shape, write this fraction. shaded of 3 parts and write this fraction. How many parts in all shape? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. We must write 4 in denominator. And how many shaded parts in this shape? Count 1, 2, 3. Write 3 in numerator. This fraction is called 3/4 or 3 over 4. Second shape, when we shaded off each part, shaded 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Second, write this fraction. How many all parts in this fraction? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We must be write 6 in denominator. And how many shaded parts in this shape? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we read this fraction is called 5/6 or 5 over 6. Third shape, when we shaded of 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and write this fraction. First, count the all parts in this shape. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We must write 8 in denominator. And how many shaded parts? Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Write 4 in numerator. When we read this fraction, 4 8 or 4 over 8. When we represent the fraction 2/3 in on number line, draw number line. Represent this fraction 2/3. Start from 0 and the end 1. 2/3, we must divide this number line in 3 equal parts like this. Write 0 third, 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. Okay, represent this fraction 2/3 is this fraction 2/3. Okay, open your book page 89. Shuffle the cards and place them face down between you and your partner. Each player takes a turn flipping over a card and following the directions. If you turn over a card that has a picture, say the name of the fraction to your partner and record it below in the corresponding box. If you turn over a card with a fractional number on it, Say its name to your partner and draw at least one model of the fraction in the corresponding box below. Your partner has to agree with you on your turn. If they do, you keep the card and it's your partner's turn. If they don't agree with you, they need to correct and explain your error. And the card goes back in the pile. First, if I change paper, write it this fraction to fours. I need draw this fraction in any model. 4, draw one whole and divided this one whole into 4 equal parts. First, divided this one whole into 2 equal parts and each part divided into 2 equal parts. This one whole divided into 4 equal parts and shaded 2 parts. First part and second part. Second, if it change paper, write it or drawing this shape and divided into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shaded of 3 parts. I can write this fraction. When we write this fraction, we must count all parts in shape. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And write 5 in denominator. And how many shaded parts in this shape? 1, 2, 3. So write 3 in numerator. Page 91. Exercise number 1. Walid eat 4/10 of a candy bar. Draw a model that show how much of the bar Walid ate. First, draw model this bar of candy and divided this bar into 10 equal parts because the denominator write 10. First, divided this bar into 2 halves and divided each bar into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this half divided into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Represent this fraction in this model. 4/10 shaded of 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. What fraction of the bar does he have left? This fraction count the all parts not shaded. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this fraction does he have left? 6/10 of candy bar. Number 2, this circle divided into count all parties 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This fraction divided into 12 equal parties. What fraction is shaded? First, write this fraction. The total of parties is 12. So write 12 in denominator and this shaded part count 1, 2, 3, 4. Write 4 in numerator. What fraction is white? Count the all parties. This white count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So write 8 in numerator and the total parties is 12. Write 12 in denominator. Exercise number 3. Maha said that in this set of apples, 4 of them are red. Do you agree or disagree? Count the all apples 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The apple of red count 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole apple is 8 and the red apple is 4. So 4 half 8. Disagree. The answer disagree. Because there are 8 apples, 4 of them are red. So half of them are red. Math Journal, reflect on your learning about unit fractions and proper fractions. What are the difference and similarities between unit fractions and proper fractions? Draw a model and use numbers to explain your thing. First, in unit fraction and unit fraction and proper fraction, the numerator is less than denominator and unit fraction, the numerator is 1. This shape, first shape, write this fraction in first shape. First, count all parties in this shape. Count with me 1, 2, 3, 4. So write 4 in denominator. And how many shaded parts in this shape? 1 part. Write 1 in numerator. This fraction is called unit fraction. Second shape, write this fraction in this shape. How many parts in this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4. Write 4 in denominator. And how many shaded parts in this shape? 1, 2. Write 2 in numerator. This fraction is called proper fraction because numerator more than 1 and less than denominator. This fraction force is unit fraction and proper fraction. Why? Because why unit fraction? Because the numerator is 1 and why proper fraction? Because this numerator less than denominator.